Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. You might notice I have a slightly different backdrop than usual, and that is because I am not recording at my usual time. I'm actually recording at 8 o'clock at night as opposed to earlier in the day. So I tried to find an area with good lighting for you, so I apologize if for this video the background is not that interesting, but I really wanted to get it recorded for you. If you're new to my channel and you have never seen me before, I'm Erin. Welcome. I'm happy that you found me, and I hope that you'll click the subscribe button so that you'll get notifications about all the future videos that I post. I typically post once a week, but often more than that, so by subscribing you'll be sure not to miss any future videos. I'm going to be doing my February and March favorites. My last favorites was actually a yearly favorites for 2015, so I will link that up above for you so you can check that out if you haven't seen it yet. But I typically do favorites every couple of months as opposed to every month because I don't usually have enough favorites to do it every single month. But I don't want this video to get too long, plus because of the late hour I want to just get moving, so let's get right into it. So I'm going to start off with non-beauty favorites because I think I may have more of those this time around than I do beauty favorites. So the first non-beauty favorite for the months of February and March is Dawn dish soap, and specifically the traditional blue Dawn dish soap. And you might wonder why, and I'm not talking about because of dishes. This product has many wonderful uses. The one I've discovered, and the reason that I love it, is cleaning your bathroom mirrors. And I have to thank my hairdresser Teresa for suggesting this to me because I had never heard this before and never thought to try it. And she suggested it to me, and it works wonderfully. So instead of Windex or some other type of glass product, you just take a little bit of this dish soap and use it on your mirror, and it's amazing how clean it gets. It doesn't leave streaks behind, so definitely try this out for cleaning your mirrors. The other use that I found it helpful for is cleaning my hair brushes. I find that they get built up with a lot of gunk and stuff from hair products and things, so while I can pull the hair out of them, I still want to get them clean to get that gunk and grossness out so that I'm not putting it back into my hair. So I find that this works well for that too. So a great product, not very expensive, recommend you try it out. The next non-beauty favorite was a gift from my husband for Valentine's Day, and it is a water bottle. It is actually from Blogilates, who has a YouTube channel, and she sells different types of products, but this is a water bottle that she sells, and it's a timer water bottle. And of course he picked the pink one for me because he knows me well. So on one side it says never give up, and on the other side it has times of day, so starting at 8 a.m. down to 12 p.m. and then starting again back at 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. so it says do it again after 12 p.m. so it measures out how much water you should be drinking per hour. And it has been great because I have been one that never drinks enough water. I'm always dehydrated, but this has helped me immensely. I know it might seem like a silly little thing having the numbers or the times written on the water bottle, but it keeps me on track, letting me know, oh, okay, it's noon and I'm only here, well, I better start drinking, especially because while at work you can get distracted, get busy, and forget to drink. So this has really helped me out in drinking more water, which I've noticed makes me feel a lot better, and I have more energy throughout the day because I'm not dehydrated. The next favorite is actually a book that I read, and I don't actually have the book because I took it out from the library and had to return it, but I'll try to insert an image of it for you. It is The Girl on the Train, which is not a new book. It has been out for a while now, but I had been wanting to read it for a while and just hadn't gotten around to it. But I took it out from the library, and I have to say, when I first started the first chapter or a couple of chapters, I wasn't quite sure about it. It wasn't moving as fast-paced as I thought it would, but it does get really good. I'm one who likes suspense and mystery and things like that, so I really enjoyed that book and would recommend you check it out if you're looking for an entertaining, somewhat fast read. So the next non-beauty favorites are actually some items that I got for Christmas. They are 5-year journals. So for those of you who may have never heard of these before, basically, well, I'll start with one of them. This is 1 line a day, 5-year memory book. So with this one, you basically go in each day and fill out that day's little section, basically of what you did that day, memorable moments, things that you want to just jot down and remember about that day. But you know, you have a tiny little space, so you can't write too much. But so right now I'm starting on 2016, so it's the first time I've written anything. But you do this for 5 years. So you would start again in 2017 on the second section, and it's a great way to be able to not only reflect each day on how the day was, but also go back in 3 or 5 years and see what was I doing on that day and kind of remember. So far I've really been enjoying it. I do it every night before bed. Along with that, I have another one which is really fun. Again, it's another 5-year journal, so you would go in and fill it in for every day for the next 5 years. But this one is Q&A a day, so it's got 365 different questions. So each day is a different question that you can answer. And so let me just jump to today. So for just to give you an example, today's question is, what do you want to remember about today? But other questions have been, what's the last song you listened to? What's the last movie you saw? To more deep sort of things. So you go in and answer those, and then next year you would answer the same question, and you can see how your answers differ over the years. So I think they're really fun. I think it'll be even more interesting to go back over years from now and see what I put down for this year and remember. And it's just a great thing to do before bed at night. My next favorite is a movie that I recently watched, and the movie was The Big Short. I'm not going to get into too much detail about it, but all I can say, it was an entertaining movie. It kept my interest. It was a bit educational, you might even say. I feel as though I got some things out of it. Granted, it's a movie, so you don't know how accurate it is, but I would recommend you check it out if you're looking for a good movie to watch. And it has a lot of great actors in it as well. And the final non-beauty favorite is actually a Netflix show that I just recently started watching. Now, this isn't new to Netflix. It's actually been on there for a little while, but I've only just started recently watching it. And that is the show Jessica Jones. And this is part of all the Marvel characters, kind of goes along the lines with the Daredevil series that's on Netflix as well. But I have also watched Daredevil, but for some reason Jessica Jones, I'm really enjoying the character, the storyline. It's a little bit faster paced. It really keeps my interest, and so if you're looking for a good new show to watch on Netflix, I would check out Jessica Jones. Now, before I get into the beauty favorites, I did have a couple of flops these last couple of months, so I wanted to share those with you. And they actually happen to be 2 mascaras, and they're both mascaras that I got in Target beauty boxes. So the first flop was the L'Oreal Voluminous Mascara, and I remember a long time ago trying this mascara, but I think it was the waterproof version because I thought I remembered liking that one. However, this one just did not work for me. The brush would get too much product on it, and I found that it was hard to apply because of that. It would get clumpy, and not only that, but if I did get it to apply well enough, then throughout the day it would flake and get black under my eyes, so it just was not a good mascara for me, and I did not enjoy using it. The second mascara is the Maybelline The Falsies Push-Up Drama, and I actually liked this for a little while. I didn't mind the way that it applied. It worked fairly well. I mean, it wasn't my favorite mascara, but it started to smell bad, and pretty quickly. I mean, it wasn't even a month, or maybe it was about a month, that it just started to have a bad smell to it. And I've never had that happen with a mascara before, but it definitely turned me off to the point where I decided I probably shouldn't use this anymore. So because of that, it was a flop for me. So now into my beauty favorites, the first having to be my new shorter haircut. I've had it for a little over a week now, and I've enjoyed having it. Maybe it's closer to 2 weeks actually, I don't remember, but it hasn't been that long. But I've been enjoying it. While I haven't really done too much with trying to style it or anything like that, I have been liking the new shorter hair. And if you haven't seen my other videos and aren't quite sure what I'm talking about, then I will link my vlog where I go in to get my hair cut for you so that you can check that out. Next is a hand cream that I've really been enjoying, and it's from the Body Shop, and it's their almond hand and nail cream. And this works great for my hands. I didn't know if I would like it at first because of the fact that it smelled like almond, and I'm not a fan of things like almond extract, so I was afraid it would smell too much like that and I really wouldn't like it. But actually the smell doesn't bother me. It works wonderfully on my hands. I found that in the winter my hands, because they get so dry, especially around my nails and cuticles, get really dry, so that was a hard thing to deal with, and this hand cream definitely helped with that. So I love using it for my hands. I'll even use it on my feet sometimes if they're really dry, especially around the nail area. So if you're looking for something to help with that, I would definitely try this Body Shop cream because I've been loving it, and when it runs out, I'll probably get more of it. The next item is an eyeshadow, and this is not anything new for me. I've actually had it for a while, but I guess I've fallen back in love with it this month because I just find it goes with a lot of things. It has great staying power, and it's actually by Bare Minerals, and it's their Silver Lining Shadow. So it is a little bit on the shimmery side, but if you use a primer, then you don't have to really worry about any fallout, and like I said, it'll stay all day. So I've been loving that shadow this month. Sticking with the eyeshadow theme, I got a new palette this month thanks to my mom. She sent it to me as a gift, so thank you to her. I greatly appreciate that. But for starters, I love the packaging. Oh, by the way, this is the Urban Decay Shadow Box palette. And I only have one other Urban Decay palette, which is the Naked one. So I love that one, but I wasn't sure where this wasn't a Naked palette if I would love it as much, but I definitely do. One, the packaging is really pretty, and two, the color selection has a great variety. They're mainly shimmery, it looks like, except for the black one, but I don't mind that because I kind of like shimmery shadows. And I haven't tried all the colors yet, but I've tried a good amount of them. I'm actually wearing a couple today. I'm wearing Sin and Mushroom. So they go on well, they feel really great, and they are nicely pigmented that you could wear them with or without a primer, and they have good lasting power. So I've been loving this palette more recently, and I think I'll continue to love it for a long time, especially because of the Urban Decay quality as well as the array of color choices that you have to choose from. Also this month, I've been loving a nude lipstick. This is from Stix Cosmetics, and it's just simply called Nude. I've been liking it for those days when I'm not looking to have color, but I just want a little something. And for me being fair skinned, sometimes it's hard for me to wear nudes, but for some reason this color just works for me. Maybe it's because it's maybe a little more on the tan side, but anyway, it works and I've been enjoying using it this month. Okay, moving right along on to liquid lipsticks. So I have two. One I've been enjoying is by J.CatBeauty, and it's their 24/7 Lipitude. The absolute favorite liquid lipstick right now for me is by The Balm, and it's Meet Matte Hues in the color Committed. And part of the reason I've been loving liquid lipsticks is because, well, especially with the Balm one, when you put it on, it gives you a great amount of color. It does dry matte, but it doesn't really transfer, and it lasts all day long. So I don't have to really reapply like I do with other lipsticks and glosses. And it's also stays put, so I don't have to worry about it getting messy when I eat or moving around. The only time it can be an issue is if my lips get too dry, so I do have to make sure that they're very moisturized. But it's a nice color, nice formula, and I've really been loving it this month. So those are all of my beauty favorites, and I want to end by sharing some of my favorite moments from the last couple of months with you. The first being when Leonardo DiCaprio won his Oscar. You might not know this about me, but I'm a big Leonardo DiCaprio fan. Ever since Titanic, he's been the #1 actor in my life, and many times I've rooted for him to win an Oscar when he's been nominated other years, and this year was no different. I was really rooting for him, hoping that he would win, and he did. So that was very exciting for me to be able to watch. So congrats, Leo. And the other favorite moment was going to the Carrie Underwood concert with my friend Alicia. I'm a big Carrie Underwood fan. She's the first one to have broke me into liking country music. I've followed her ever since American Idol, and she puts on a great show. I've seen a couple of her other concerts, and this time was nothing different. It was wonderful, and I really enjoyed myself and had a great time. So I hope you've enjoyed this favorites video. What things have you been loving the last couple of months? Let me know in the comments down below, and maybe I can discover some new things. Please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps me out, and I greatly appreciate the support. If you want to check out my other social media, I have it all linked down below, but I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Oh, this is interesting. I have the Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper, and I've never used a Kat Von D product